All right, guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Ready. Where's the orange toy?
It was in the dining room under the table.
Oh.
Morning.
What is? You want this? Come on. Let's go. Come here.
All right. Hey, Janine. Hey, Anna. Just getting set up here this morning. Having a bit of a discombobulated start to the day here. And I broke my tripod. One of the little grippy things at the bottom moved. So hopefully that stays. I have it resting on a coaster so it doesn't slide out. Good morning, guys. Welcome to boot camp. Whew. My name's Amelia. If you guys haven't checked out one of these classes here before, for boot camp this morning, you don't need anything. You just need body weight. If you do have a towel or a mat or something that you want to use on the floor below, we do have, I don't know, sorry, you're welcome, a fair amount of push-ups and plank work today. So we are going to be on the floor a lot. So if you want something to use on the floor underneath of you when we do that, make sure you have that. Make sure you've got water so we can stay hydrated as we're working. And then make sure you just listen to your, to your body. I will do my best to provide modifications. If anyone is popping on here and you guys are like, oh no, I can't do push-ups, shoulder issues, wrist issues, if you can just pop a little note in the comments and I can try and remember to show non-floor options as much as possible for those things. But otherwise, we'll get started here in just a second. As soon as I tie my shoes, and then we'll rock and roll. Did anyone do a little Cinco de Mayo Taco Tuesday last night? Have some guacs, some margs. We did. Some very delicious tacos, guacamole, a margarita. It's delightful. And then I went to bed at like 10:30, which is super early for me in this whole quarantine time period. All right, guys, let me just get our timer ready. Hopefully this lasts. And works, because last time I tried it, it didn't. All right, guys, so for our warm-up, we're just going to have kind of a series of movements, about 30 seconds each, but we're going to jog for a little bit longer at the beginning. And then we shall move in to the workout. All right, guys, so stand up, find some space, get some music playing. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I'm going to throw the playlist I put together, if I can, if it works. If it's synced back to my computer. Let's see. Nope, of course it didn't. Ah, darn it. All right, guys, well, just put whatever music you've got that gets you pumped and rocking and rolling on. And then we will get started here. And then afterwards, yeah, because it's on my phone, so I can't do that right now. But I'll share with you my playlist for today. I've gone down the rabbit hole of TikTok. I have not created an account. I just literally look at all the crazy videos. So I actually created a TikTok playlist, for better or for worse, however that makes you feel. All right, guys, so stand up, just start to jog. Nice and easy, just light on the spot. Whoop. Don't forget to start your timing device, whatever you got. And again, guys, just a nice easy jog. If you're not feeling up to the jog yet, you can march down on the spot. Just something to start to get the blood moving, loosen up the muscles. Try to relax through the upper body, shake out the arms, kind of just check in, see how you're feeling this morning. Maybe you've already been up, you've already been homeschooling for like 2 hours and you just need this little mental break here. Maybe you've gotten up and answered some emails. Maybe you just rolled out of bed and you're planning to pop this workout out in front of your computer or your phone in your pajamas. Whatever, man. As long as you're moving. That's what's good. All right, guys. Again, just keep moving. Another 30 seconds or so in this jog. And again, relax, shake it out, loosen up. Another 10 seconds. If you're starting to feel a little warmer, start to lift your heels a little higher. Kick them up towards your butt. All right, guys, next move, just some side shuffles. So just warming up all directions of the body. We don't have to get too low, go too hard yet. Just starting to see how we're feeling through all planes of motion. Move that dog bed out of the way. Ten more seconds here, guys. Focus on the push out of the back leg to get you moving in a different direction. 3, 2, 1. Next up, high knees. Just start light and easy, guys. Not too quick. Try to get them hip height. If you need to take out the jumping, high knee march. Right now, I want you to focus more on engaging the muscles of the upper thighs and the abs than I do about how quickly you're moving through these high knees. I think I mopped our floors this morning and I might have made the concentration a little too strong because they feel a little sticky. All right, guys, next up, we're gonna flip it, take it to some butt kicks. So really squeeze the hamstring, get your heel up towards the glutes. And again, if you don't wanna jump, just march down. Actually, the march down feels like a really nice quad stretch because you slow down and really focus on the range of motion. So it opens up through the front as we're contracting to the back. 5 more seconds here, team. All right, guys, back to that lateral plane. Skaters. So turn the toes and knees slightly out, about 45 degrees, and then we push from the back leg to move us across the floor. Then when we land, that knee is soft. If you want to start to pick up speed, maybe get a little lower in that squat. 3, 2, now back to the high knees, guys. But now I want you to try and move quickly. So light tap of the toes on the floor so we can quickly change legs. Chest is lifted, shoulders back and down, belly button braced. Another 5 seconds, guys. Woo. All right, guys, take one leg, kick to the front, and swing through to the back. So trying to get the whole body to move like a pendulum. So we're engaging through the front as we kick forward, and then stretching through the back as we kick through. And then we're starting to check in on that balance training, keeping the torso square as we hinge forward from the hip. All right, now step back and twist. So we're focusing more on the rotation right now than we are on the range in that lunge. When we lunge back and add the rotation, hips don't follow, it's just the ribs. Just the ribs rotate, guys. All right, now step back. Now we focus on the lunge. Get nice and low in the range. Step back long, drop the bottom knee to the floor, then push through your front heel to come back up and switch. Words are hard this morning, guys. 10 more seconds. All right, now set the feet and we have squats. So slow, woo. I did a little bit of a lower body workout yesterday. My legs are kind of sore. All right, 5 more seconds, guys. Then I want you to step a little bit wider and see if you can get a little bit lower. So take the feet a little wider and see if you can drop a little bit deeper into that squat. As we open up the hips, that should give us a little bit more range of motion. Make sure we're pressing down into the heels. Using the glutes to drive us up and out of the floor. 10 more seconds. Then we are finished our warm up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys. Our first phase of the workout today, short. It's about 6 minutes. So what we have, and I'm going to say base this on the space that you have available. We've got high knees, but we're going to move across the floor. So we take high knees across the floor. We sprint forward, tap down, sprint back, tap down. High knees across, sprint forward, tap, back, and tap. So you're creating a U shape along the floor. High knees move you left and right. That sprint tap back moves you forward and back. Don't worry about how much room you have. Your U might be super tiny, but that just means you're going to be able to go more quickly. So we are doing that for 1 minute. Then we are holding a wall sit. So coming back, leaning, getting nice and low so the thighs are parallel to the floor, lifting the chest, pressing the shoulders back to the wall, holding that for 1 minute. If you don't have a wall, you can just sit low and hold that squat for 1 minute. So we have 3 rounds. Every round, we do that U shape, lateral high knees, sprint forward and back. Then, second round, instead of a wall sit, we are holding a hover or a plank for 1 minute. So forearms to the floor or palms to the floor, your choice. And then our final round for that hold, you can pick whether you do a wall sit or whether you come back to the floor for the plank or hover hold. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, 6 minutes. We're going to keep about 5 seconds of recovery time between each of those. So just enough time to give you to shift your position either to the wall or to the floor and then back up again. So when you guys are ready, woo, hopefully my timer here lasts because I only have 10% battery power. Yeah. All right, guys. So lateral, forward, back, lateral, forward, back. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute. So again, whatever space you have, just make use of it and try to move quickly. On those high knees, keep the chest tall, almost lean back to try to get the knees to the hips. Then, thank you. Glad the explanation made sense. Then, as you take that sprint, when you reach for the floor, guys, don't just drop forward in the torso. Try to drop your hips down. If you can't get to the floor without actually leaning forward, just reach as low as you can before that back starts to break. All right, guys, we're halfway through. Halfway through. And I don't even think I've done a whole one. Oh, I'm getting mixed up in all my moves. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, find your wall. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So sit. Just like in a squat, guys, you want to press your weight into your heels. Don't push it into the toes because that's going to create pressure in your knees. Try to keep your hands free. If you're really starting to die, I don't know how or why, but somehow pushing your hands into your thighs seems to relieve a little bit of tension. Make sure the chest is tall. So see if you can press from the back of your head all the way down to your tailbone back into the wall. We're halfway, team. Check the position of your knees. They should be right over the middle of your foot or right over top of your ankle. So if you can see your big toe, you're probably in good alignment. If you can't, see if you can press your knees out a little bit. 5 seconds. Woo! All right, stand up. 5 seconds, shake out the legs. Back to it, high knees. Forward and back. And if you guys need to, take that tap of the floor out. Just sprint, stop, sprint, stop. Halfway. Ten seconds, guys. All right, hold. Plank or hover. Come to the floor, knees or toes, set it up, we're on. So guys, wherever you are, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lift up through your belly button and spin your tailbone down. If you need to come to the knees, all good. But keep your toes dug into the floor. If you are up in plank, try to spin the elbows towards the back of the room. That's going to help engage stronger through the shoulders and the muscles of your upper back and keep you stronger in that plank. Plank or hover, shoulders should be above the wrists. Hover, they should be above the elbows. We're not drifting back towards the feet. All right, stand up. One more round of that U shape. 3, 2, 1, go. If you need to, you can take out the jumping portion or the impact portion of that movement. Nice big steps. I want you to picture like you're stepping over a hurdle. Remember, guys, this is just phase 1, so we don't want to burn it all out here. I want you to work, but don't keep it all the way up front. All right, guys, hold. Your choice. Wall sit, plank, hover. 3, 2, go. 1 minute. We are just holding. Thinking about the muscles we're working. If you're in that wall sit, don't forget, press from the back of your head all the way down through your hips against the wall. Heels are pressing down. In the plank or hover, use the hands or the forearms to push up out of the floor. All right, guys, release. So now we move into the next phase of our workout. So we alternate lower body, upper body, 30 seconds of each move. We do each pair of movements twice. Some of them it's going to be a little bit more because we have right and left. So first move is a lunge to a knee drive. So we're stepping back long and then pulling the knee through. You can stay grounded or you can lift up off the floor. If you are taking that jump or if you are not, I want you to focus on landing back in that low lunge. So one smooth movement back down to 90-90. Then 30 seconds of push-ups. Options and levels. You guys can set up the push-ups any way you want. Wide, narrow, in between. Options for setup in the lower body. You can start in tabletop, knees right under the hips. You can take the knees back so you're at kneeling. You can come up onto the toes. And then our final option is lift one leg. So you are taking a single leg push-up. 30 seconds of each move. We do it 2 times. Then we're just going to switch sides. So we do 2 sets of, let's say your right leg being the leg that is moving, and then your right leg being the leg that's elevated in the push-ups, then 2 sets on the left side. We're going to roll right through those, 30 seconds of each movement. Then we'll pause, explain the next set. So guys, get set, find your space. Again, 30 seconds of each move, and we're going to keep it rolling quick. So I'm going to set it up for a 2-second transition time. So we go right in. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 sets. 3, 2, 1, go. So step back and pull through. So we're working the glutes in the front leg, core and hip flexors in the back leg. Again, jump or stay grounded. Use those running arms to help propel you into that knee drive. One more. All right, head to the floor, push-ups. Go. So again, kneeling on the toes or single leg. Trying to maintain for 30 seconds. If you are taking that single leg option, just ever so slightly hover the foot. All right, guys, back to stand, back to the same leg, down and up. Really try to punch your knee up towards your chest. Whew. Okay, trying to figure out where the beats started on my timer. It's 9. All right, back to the floor. Same leg elevated if you're taking it. Push-ups, go. Or again, knees on the floor or tabletop. If you're in tabletop, you can still try that balance option. Take one knee out behind you or one leg out behind you. You can even tap that toe down. All right, guys. 3, 2, back up. Switch legs now. Switch legs. Can you balance more easily on one side than the other? Maybe they both feel even. Just tune in to what your body's doing and how it's feeling. Every time you guys step back, make sure feet are hip distance. So don't cross, don't step way out wide, straight behind. All right, hit the floor, push-ups if you're taking the elevated option, other leg. Quickly stand up. Last set of lunges with the knee drive. Control on the way up and on the way down. Soft landing, guys. Whew. Push-ups, come on down. Go, go. Take the workout to your level, guys. Challenge yourself. All right, hold. Next set of movements, guys. We have a runner's lunge with a twist, and then we have rock star push-up. So, two choices for that runner's lunge. You can step the foot right and left, opening up, or you can jump switch. Your choice. Rock star push-ups. We push up, bottom leg steps through, and then we reset. Option, keep the feet where they are, rotate to a side plank. Or if you're on your knees, bottom knee stays down. 30 seconds of each move, guys. 2 times through. So this time, we're just going 4 rounds in a row. So get ready. Whoop. We'll keep that 2-second transition time, starting with that runner's lunge with a twist. 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds, guys. I'm gonna plug my timer in so it doesn't die, because that would be terrible. You're already down to 20 seconds, team. If you are jumping, press your palms strong into the floor. So you're using the shoulders and the abs to give you that room to switch. If you're stepping, nice big stride, guys. 3, 2, 1. Stay on the floor, shake out the wrists quickly. Rock star push-ups, go down and up. Again, if you're taking this step, it is your bottom leg that's coming through. As you drop into the push-up, brace through the whole torso. Your belly button should not drop. Your low back should not sway. And hold. Again, quick shake, we're back in. Step with a twist, or jump with the twist. Even in the jump, feel the push out of the heel of that front leg to lift your hips. In the step, push out strong. 2 seconds, rock stars. Again, even in tabletop, we can still take that rotation option to get some stability training in the shoulders. All right, guys, you got 10 seconds. I gotta grab a towel. This floor's getting too slick. And hold, guys. All right, next set of moves. Where'd we go? There we go. So we've got pulse squats. So you're staying low. You can either pulse, keeping the feet on the floor, or you can add a little push out of the toes. Then we have in-out push-ups. So knees, toes, kneeling. You are either jumping the hands out and in, or you are stepping. When the hands go out, that's when we're in the push-up, whether you jump or whether you step. So pulse squats, with or without the little jump, and then push-ups out and in. 30 seconds each. In 3, 2, 1, go. Whoop, nope. Now go. So feet are out. Again, you can stay low in the pulse and stay grounded, or you can add a little push off the floor. If you're taking the push off the floor, roll into the toes and then land back in your heels. Let's take that cheat away I was just doing and get your hands up. If you want a little more, hands out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hold, hit the floor. Out and in push-ups. So back up for Facebook. So out and in. If you want the plyometric option, or step right and left. When you jump back in, guys, try to land soft. Don't lock out the elbows and jolt into the floor. Soft, guys. Push out of the chest, push out of the shoulders. Stand up, pulse squats, round 2. Go. So again, you can stay grounded and low. You can push off the floor, still staying low, guys. We don't want to come out of that squat. That's the key. Chest up, shoulders back and down. Belly button pulls in. Whew, hit the floor, push-ups, out and in, go, go. If you are taking that jumping option, brace the belly so we are not sagging to the floor. We are still landing strong in our plank. All right, hold. Next one, guys, square jump. So up, over, back, over. That's your lower body. Bend the knees to take off and land. Upper body, push up, shoulder tap. So one push up, tap the opposite shoulder, and switch. Woo. In 3, 2, go. So 2 steps and lift up. Or if you want to speed it up, syncopate that first step. Make sure you know where your towel or your mat is so you don't trip. If you guys want to go bigger, both feet move together. All right, guys, to the floor. Narrow push up this time. We go down, tap the shoulder. Wherever you are, set the feet or the knees a hair wider so you've got a little stronger base. If you're in tabletop, it's a fold and then a push through. So forearms come towards the floor and then we drive through the heel of the hand. I keep saying 5 in my head when I start hearing that beep. All right, guys, quickly come up. Jumps. If you don't want to jump, reverse it and step around into a squat. Still training legs, still moving. Or again, you can go both feet together like a little kangaroo hopping around your living room. Hit the floor, push up, shoulder tap. Breathe. Three, 2, 1. Woo. All right, guys, one last set. 180 squats. So we drop down, Lift up and turn. If you're not jumping, back step, step, back step, step. Then our push-ups. We take a square pattern with the push-up. So push-up, step forward. Push-up, step across. Push-up, step back. You can do it whatever level you're taking those push-ups. Again, knees, toes, kneeling. It's just the difference between a plank walk or a crawl. 3, 2, 1, go. So 180 squats if you're taking them. Or step back, squat down. Step back, squat down. Wherever you are, guys, when you're adding that turn element, keep the knees pressed wide, brace through the ribs. Try to connect the ribs to the hips so we're not rotating as we take that turn. 3, 2, 1. Come to the floor. So we push up, step forward. Push up, step across. Push up, step back. Push up, step across. Again, from the knees, we take a crawl. My floor is very slippery. From the knees, it's quite challenging. Or even if you're in tabletop, stand up. 180s, go, go. Pick a spot on the room. So when you jump to turn, know where your vision should be. Make that turn clean and sharp. Even if you're here, big step back. All right, guys, hit the floor. Push-ups around the room. Two, 1, hold. Woo. All right, guys. One last big cardio phase of this workout. So what that's going to entail, we have 4 sets of movement. They are 2 minutes each, 2 moves. We are doing 1 minute of each move. So first one, we have a plank ski jump for 1 minute, and then a burpee mountain climber for 1 minute. So that plank ski jump, we are setting up in our strong plank, and then we are jumping the knees in and out towards each elbow. If you don't want to jump, step forward and step back. You can also hold the plank. You can take a little Spider-Man knee tap from the knees. If you are struggling with wrists or shoulders and don't want to come to the floor, stand tall, pull knee to elbow on the outside of your torso. Then our burpee mountain climbers. Whew. So we squat, come back, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump and stand. So 4 mountain climbers in that burpee. Guys, it's 1 minute. You can go at your own pace. You can rest where you need to, but it's 2 minutes straight, so no pause between movements. So when you're ready, two minutes on the clock. Ski jump plank is where we start. 3, 2, 1, go. So knees come in to the opposite elbow. And just like any time we're in plank, guys, when you jump the feet back, make sure you're not pushing back out of the hands. Try to keep the weight forward, palms pressing strong into the floor. And again, you've got options. You can step in and out if you don't want to jump, or plank on the knees with an outside tap. That's 30 seconds, team. 30 seconds more in this move. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1. Burpee, mountain climbers. So come down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump and stand. Again, you can use the wall. Step back, step in. You can use a tabletop. Jump back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump in. Lots of options, guys. You can even take out the mountain climber. Just do the burpee. Sink to the floor, step back, step in and stand. You're halfway. 30 seconds. Woo! Under 10 seconds to go. All right, that's time, guys. Next move. We have a plank suicide. So, what that's gonna look like. We're gonna set up, hands right below shoulders. Then, we step out, step back in. Step out further, step back in. Step out furthest, step back in. For 1 minute. Trying to keep the arms straight and trying to minimize any rocking as we take that step. Then we have 3 lateral shuffles, 3 rock star jumps. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then rock star jumps. 1, 2, 3. Heels to glutes. If you don't want to jump, squat and heel lift. Or you can double it up so you're not doing extra work. Squat, heel lift, squat, heel lift 3 times. So again, plank suicides, 3 lateral shuffles, 3 rock star jumps. Come to the floor when you're ready. 2 minutes, 1 minute each move, guys. Whoop. 3, 2, 1, go. So again, hands start right below the shoulders, then we step out a little bit and back, out a little further and back, out as far as you can go and back. Then switch which hand leads the movement. As far as you go, guys, you should feel this part of your core, the upper part, really brace and then work to pull the hands back in. Even if you're in tabletop, guys, you can still play with that movement, minimizing any shift in the torso. It doesn't have to be heavy pressure on the upper body to get that stability training. 15 seconds, guys. Three, 2, 1. Stand up. 3 lateral shuffles, 3 rock star jumps. And if you want, add a tap down at each end of that shuffle. Then 3, 2, 1. Shuffle. If you don't want to get to the floor, that's all good. Just keep moving. And again, options: squat, lift, lift. Squat, lift, lift. If you don't want to jump that shuffle, you can just step across the floor, but bend your knees and push your hips back. Woo! The legs are tired. My land-ins are getting sloppy. guys, next, hover with a knee drop. Then 3 tuck jumps, 3 power jacks. I'm gonna show them backwards. So tuck jumps, we lift, knees to the front. Then power jacks, big reach out and in. Options, big, high, powerful knee drives, and then sit low and tap out. First move is our hover with the knee drop. So everybody's coming, forearms to the floor. So you can do it one of 2 ways. If you're starting with your knees down, we're pressing back through the heels and lifting the knees up. If you're starting on your toes, knees tap to the floor, right and left. Minimal movement through the torso. 3, 2, 1. Hover, knee drop, go. So we tap down. Lift through the belly. Everything is still except your knees. You're gonna feel this in your core. You're gonna feel it in your quads, your glutes. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Press the forearms down into the floor. Hey, bud. You're halfway, guys, halfway. "15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Stand up. 3 tucks, 3 jacks. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Or you've got that big knee drive with those low taps. And guys, on that tuck, control it. So it's not just super quick. I could do that forever. It's controlled. Big sweep down, big drive to the top. And then we land back in that quarter squat to protect the knees, protect the spine. We've got to absorb that impact when we come back down. Then on the jacks, try to get super low, landing in the heels, and then squeeze the arms in. Hold. All right, guys, last one here. Bicycle crunch, 1 minute, and then high knees, 1 minute. So bicycle crunch, you're on your back, elbows stay wide. We are pulling opposite shoulder towards opposite knee, not the elbows. It's not this, it's wide, and we are actively trying to wring out the torso. Then high knees, we're up, we're running or marching as quickly as we can. All right, guys, so start on your back. 2 minutes. I said start on your back, and my cat was like, he's sitting behind the computer. All right, guys, bicycle crunch. 1 minute. On your back. Whoop. 3, 2, 1, go. So keep your hips pressing down into the floor. The rotation comes from the upper body, and then we use the legs to push away and then drive in to contract through the midsection. And that push away through the leg that is long, show you this way, is going to help engage the lower abs and also fire into the hip flexors. You're halfway. Really try to reach the shoulder across your torso. 10 seconds. 1. Stand up quickly. We got high knees to the end. So lean back, pump the knees towards the hips. Get the arms moving. So we're gonna spike the heart rate right at the finish. Well, finish of the cardio anyway. That's halfway. Try not to slow down. Don't lose range. Ten seconds. Hold. Woo. Breathe. Grab a drink. Whew. Whew. All right, guys. Last challenge. If you're still with me. We are going to fire up the core a little bit more. I know we've done a lot of sort of secondary work there already, simply because we've spent so much time in push-up and plank, but we're going to do a little bit more isolative work through the core, abs, glutes, all that. So continue to let the heart rate come down a bit. Woo, and then we're going to stay on the floor. I'll shift this down a bit. Woo. All right, guys, so super straightforward finish. And this one, we're going to go for reps, not time. So we have 4 moves that we're going to do 2 times through. So first move is going to be a hip bridge. So on our backs, pressing down through the heels, driving hamstrings and glutes up towards the ceiling. Second move is going to be a basic crunch. So just the upper body, really focusing on pulling the shoulder blades up off the floor, pulling ribs down towards hips. Move 3 is going to be leg lifts. So you can do that with straight leg, bent leg, alternating leg, however you need to, but making sure that you keep your low back pressing towards the floor, not pressed against the floor, but pressing towards the floor. So we stay in neutral spine. And then the last move, we are going to repeat the bicycle crunch. So how we're doing all of those, 25 reps each, and we're doing 2 times through. So at your own pace, 25. And again, that was a hip bridge, basic crunch, leg lifts, and bicycle crunch. And the bicycle crunch, right and left is 1. So really, if you're counting, you're doing 50 each time. So again, at your own pace, guys, we can all at least start together. So come on down to the floor. Heels are set up, whoop, in a nice big wet spot if you're in my house. So guys, heels are set up relatively close to the glutes. Make sure your hips or your, thighs, legs are in line with your hips. So feet should be about hip distance apart on the floor. Knees over ankles. And whenever you're ready, turn the palms up, press the shoulder blades down, and rock and roll, 25. So drive the heels down. As we lift up, we want to make sure we're still keeping that neutral spine. So don't relax your abs and push your belly up. Focus on just coming till you feel that engagement. So you might want to try keeping your mid back or just the very bottom of your upper back pressed into the floor. That's actually going to help keep more of the work in the glutes and the hamstrings and take out some more of the muscles of the spine and the back from firing. I am not counting at all. Like, I don't think I even started at 1. I just started going. So we'll say, I don't know, I'll say 5 more from here is 25. All right, guys, and the next move, if you're not there already, is just that basic crunch. So tuck the chin. Your gaze at the top should be right between the top of your knees. Make sure you are lifting from the core, not pulling on the back of your head to get yourself up. Breathe with the movement. Once you've done 25, it's 25 leg lifts. Legs go long, and then we are lifting. Again, as you get towards the bottom, make sure you're not lifting the low back off the floor. Keep the core engaged, keep pressing down. Options, if you need them, minimize the movement. Keep the toes closer to the ceiling. You can also bend the knees and just pull the thighs towards the chest, minimizing the movement, minimizing that strain on the back, but still working through the low abs. You can also bend one knee, do 25 on one, 25 on the other. Again, still the same movement, still the same muscle groups targeted. We're just changing the load so that you can find the challenge wherever you're working today, however you feel today. Now I feel like I have to do the other side because I've been doing this for so long. And if you guys get ahead of me, if you finish your 25 leg lifts, then 25 bicycle crunches. Right and left is 1. Again, still make sure you're breathing through the movement, guys. Don't hold your breath. And once you get done 25, you're back to the top. 25 hip bridge, 25 crunch, 25 leg lifts, 25 bicycle crunches. 2 times through, you're done. Whew, guys, my glutes are fried. If you're still in that hip bridge, if you're moving with me, turn your palms up. Don't push off the floor from the hands. That's cheating. Once again, I have no idea where I am. So we're going to say 5 more. And then basic crunch, lift up. Fingertips just lightly rest. Leg lifts, bicycle crunches, and we're done. If you guys need a little help on the leg lifts, you can place your fingertips just below your glutes. That's going to help protect your low back as you lower down. If you guys have wrapped up, Instagram ended. Take a couple seconds, stretch out. Nice big hug of the knees into the chest. Nice big long stretch for the body. One of these days I'll get my Instagram story to go in the right amount of time. Sorry, Instagram. One of these days I'll get it and I'll be under an hour. I think I just talked too much. All right, guys, almost there. Finish up those bicycle crunches. And again, if you're still with me, nice big hug of the knees into the chest, release the low back. Maybe take a couple of circles. Should feel good for the hips. Extend one leg long. Bring the one knee a little bit closer to the chest. And then switch. Straighten that leg. Take a nice big stretch for the hamstring. And switch sides. Make sure you're not grabbing at the back of the knee. Grab your calf or right behind your thigh. Top leg, ankle over knee. Pull the bottom thigh towards the chest. Flex the top foot. Should feel the stretch right here. Outer hip and glute. Switch sides. Grab the back of the thighs. Roll up to a seated position. Catch your breath. And then come up to stand. Whoop! I knew it was going to happen, but luckily it didn't happen till the end. All right, guys. Quad stretch. Take one heel to the glutes. Knees together. Push the thighs forward. Switch sides. Release the torso. Roll out the shoulders. Whew. All right, guys, and that's your boot camp workout for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you feel good, ready to tackle the day or get back to whatever it is you guys were doing before you stepped in here. And again, all these videos are saved to our Facebook pages. So if you guys ever want to go back and check them out again, repeat a workout, they're there for you. You can invite friends. You don't have to be a member of Merritt. You don't have to do anything. These are open. We want to help keep the community moving, keep you guys motivated, help you keep your sanity a little bit, and hopefully we'll get back to some semblance of interacting here before long. So have a great day, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Janine. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Anna. Thank you, Hassan. Who else? Kimberly, Meredith. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Meredith. Thanks, guys. Bye.